There once was a race of tiny miniature humanoids who inhabited a country with a fantastic military power and great leaders who would charge into battle with their men. They destroyed anyone who ventured into their lands, leaving none of them left alive. But one day, a few scouts happened upon two strange plants, which they took back to their court for people to observe and take their opinions on the flowers. Soon the country split into two factions, each one representing a flower of their choice. The rose faction wore red, while the dandelion faction wore yellow. The two factions differed in opinion and not only color, and arguments spread across the land between which flower was better. Fights broke out between the two factions, and murders were frequent. The authorities did all they could to stop these squabbles, but to no avail. Even neutral people who tried to stay out of the factions got caught up in the fights, and few were murdered. The military did all they could to settle the fights. Soon total war broke out between the two factions. Death was everywhere among the country. Those who could stay neutral had to hide away so as not to be killed. But our story starts on a little island in the middle of the ocean. The country found this island, and both factions set up a base here. The red base and the yellow base. Everything seemed peaceful for a while. There were no fights, both factions keeping to their bases. But one day, a mighty storm broke down the wall of the yellow base. The yellows, thinking the red had done it, went over to fight them. But little did they know that the red base wall had also been broken. The reds, thinking the yellows had done it, went over to fight them. Soon a mighty battle broke out between the two factions on the island. Death was everywhere. Even the animals got caught up with the war. Many animals were slaughtered alongside their human companions. Yellow men as well as red men strewn the ground with their dead corpses. Chaos was everywhere. Horses fled the battle scene as much as they could. The battle lasted only a few days, but the effect was devastating. No man on that island was left alive those few days. The ground strewn with the dead bodies of those who were just trying to protect their own beliefs. A few delegates from the country who remained neutral scoured the island for any living soul, but could not find any. They went back to the country to tell others of what had happened here, and to tell them to join back together as one country. They built a monument to remind people of what happened that day, to remind people to not fight over their beliefs. The island was settled once more, the factions disbanded, and everything was good on the island of Lilliput. Or was it?